Ooh.
Opening this.
Dear. One day
I like
off.
the new Yu-Gi-Oh card smell.
Oh, that is interesting.
Yeah. Should be sure what I got. The Speensmith thing seems like it'll be important. I know what anatomy. I just didn't know what you meant in the context of. Oh, look at that! Got this right away.
What?
Like that's the
The guy on the thing?
The guy on the thing. This is awesome. I needed
that's
it.
Awesome.
I want to make the new Exodia deck.
What's the Zodia deck?
So Exodia is there's a series of cards. Exodia cards. There are 5 of them. That if you have all of them in your hand at the same time, you automatically win the game. They came from the first set, and the decks built around them are usually to do with just like drawing your all the cards in your deck out. So there are ways to do it with just with magic cards, and there are ways to do it with it's a combination with Royal Magical Library and Giffrey the Iron Knight and quick card that equips to it that keeps getting destroyed, and then Royal Magical Library will draw cards infinitely basically because of that combination. Butterfly Dagger Alma, and it's sorry, what?
If you have a deck that's made entirely out of magic cards, aren't there decks out there that can just make those cards useless?
Yes, there are. That's actually a good point. The problem is this deck, the whole point of it is to win on the first turn. So if you go first, you automatically win. If your opponent doesn't draw the thing that can stop you, he might win on your turn anyway when he goes. So you have a really good chance to win as long as the deck is consistent, which those decks haven't been consistent for a long time. There are also decks like those where you try to just keep the game going until you draw the card, and those have been less successful, but still kind of successful.
Pokemon did this.
This is cool. Got that.
I think Pokemon did this, but did Yu-Gi-Oh ever do that thing where you like they'll have somebody write in like the description or like draw something to...
Yes, actually. There's a alright, so there's a Make-A-Wish kid.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, I don't know his last name. But he made a Yu-Gi-Oh card for a Make-A-Wish thing called Tyler the Creator. And Yu-Gi-Oh, the company, made the card.
Oh,
But it's
awesome.
a one-of-one card. Here's the thing, the kid survived.
Wow.
He had cancer, he survived. And he just sold the card for like $300,000 because it's the only one of its kind. So
I'm sorry this sold for $300,000. I'd imagine I sold it for more.
I think it's worth more now.
Yeah.
It should be worth more. Theoretically, I think you can use the card in a deck. It's not the worst card in the world, so it could be used. If I owned the card, I would use it for sure. I can't imagine not using it because I'd be the only one using it. So it'd be kind of cool.
I can't imagine using it just because I feel like I'd be afraid that somebody would steal it.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess.
$300,000, I would run a man over and then back up over him again just to have that kind of money.
All right.
I'm not saying I do it. No one's offering it to me, but if they did...
Making $60,000 a year, that would take you 5 years, and you think that 5 years is worth enough for a murder?
I didn't say 5 years was enough for murder. I said if they had that money in hand and we're like $300K right now, I'll give it to you. Run him over. I'd do it.
By accident.
Yeah, just 'cause I'm driving. I'm driving so bad. That's the excuse I'll use. I'm just a woman. His family's mourning him. I'm just a girl.
What am I to do?
Yeah. I was wearing pink that day. Sorry. I had nothing girly thoughts going on.
What did you expect?
Yeah. When you let us behind the wheel, honestly, you should have known this outcome was happening.
Give me my $300 and let me just go home.
300. I said 300,000.
Yeah, did I not say that?
You said $300.
Oh, well, I mean, you women can't count, so it's as much as you're getting.
I will beat you with a rock. If she hits you, stay. If she loves you, don't put her.
She hits you, stay. It's crazy.
To the Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there, if any of you guys are in a domestic violence situation, know that somebody loves you and that you can always call this hotline. And that somebody out there cares.
I just put. Sorry for the hotline. I put it the
noise.
No. The Disney Channel. What's the club called?
And we'll be right back.
That one. Hello, this is the Disney Channel.
This is the Disney Channel.
That would be so sad.
What's wrong with you?
Just wanted help. Oh, this is cool. This is Dark Master Zork. This is not Dark Master Zork. I thought it might be, but it's not.
If someone that you know is being beat up or abused, take their significant other and jump them.
Just take them.
No, jump them. I'm not done. That's step one. You take them and you jump them. They want to hit people. Now apparently so do you. Let's see if they learn their lesson.
This is healthy.
I remember listening to this story about this lady, and she was just like, my grandma was in a domestic violence situation once. My grandpa hit her, and when he went to sleep that night, she got a cast iron skillet, beat him within an inch of his life. And then in the morning, while he was all bruised and battered, she gave him an ice pack, and she said, "You don't hit me, I won't hit you." They've been married for 35 years. I was like, God damn. It's how you make a marriage work. Which was crazy, because my ex really tried to kill me, and then was like, surprise Pikachu faced when I tried to murder him back. Allegedly, this didn't actually happen. Anyway, if you're out there, you know who you are, bitch. If you're out there, have a good time. And just know, I
don't know what this is.
Live.
It's a secret. This is cool.
Oh, it's a secret. Let me see. It's an illusion. I wanna read it.
It's just not gonna do it.
Eats it. If this card is signed Crow 7.
Yeah, this is, you're not gonna, it does, isn't.
This shit ain't in English.
Controls immediately on
You should probably be reading it louder for the camera.
I'm reading for Ben.
Okay. So, fuck you guys. Die and stay in your abusive relationships. He only cares about reading for him.
I'm excited to finally be opening these. Oh, it's a new Cosmo Queen card. I like Cosmo Queen. I'll read it later, but that's awesome. This is new Cosmo Queen. Oh, this I think is actually worth something right now. I heard it's worth something. This is the one I think it special summons a trap monster. I can use that a lot. Use it with the special summons a trap monster, so I can use it with the Juragamo one if I want to make a Gate Guardian deck. Even if I don't make a Gate Guardian deck, that one has to go. Oh, this is an Exodia effect.
Oh.
Exod Fires of Rage. Oh, it's treated as an Exod card. It says Exod. Why isn't it even in question? But that means, is there a thing with Exod cards? I could use Exod Master of the Guard, which is never really an Exodia card, but I can use it in it if that's the thing.
So, what do you like most about Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
That's a good question. I like the strategy involved in making the deck. I'm going to say that because there's so much involved. So you have to make an extra deck, which is cards that you switch in between duels to counter the opponent's possible decks. You have to make the deck in the first place. And there's so many ways to make it. There's so many strategies involved, so many ways to do it. And you have so many cards to choose from. Because in Yu-Gi-Oh, unlike other games, there's no rotation. So you just use all the cards available except banned cards. And so it's just, there's so much involved. And there's always something people are missing, which means that I can find it. It's always possible. I'm going to find the thing that no one does. And I can end doing that. Ooh, a Mimigo card.
I wonder what was voted the most useless Yu-Gi-Oh card ever.
There's one called Pot of Generosity that's pretty high up on the list. Shuffles 2 cards from your hand into the deck. Although it can be used theoretically with, there's a, what's it called? There's the card that switches the effect, it's like mirror thing, to your opponent. But even then, it's a 1-for-1 at that point, because you lose 2 cards and your opponent loses 2 cards. So even then, it's even at best, and probably not. So it's just, there's no reasonable way to use that card. Actually, there is a way, but it would be with a specific combination of cards where you go through your entire deck, so you can put cards back into the deck. But that's anyway. Oh, this is a Millennium card, even though it isn't called Wedju Temple. Oh, this is really cool looking. I like the design. Oh, it has a Feral Imp on it. This thing. There's a, alright, so you see, these are the Exodia pieces. Makes sense. This is a card called Feral Imp, which is an old card, very old card. Came in the Yugi starter deck, which is the first, not the first set of cards. First set of cards I got was 3 magic ruler packs, but then I got this, and Fairlamp was one of my first cards. It's one of the first cards I got, so it immediately goes into one of my favorites just because of that. I remember one of the first cards I got was, well, I got Reran, and I got, which still needs an archetype built around it, but then I got, what's it called? Labyrinth Wall, and I really like Labyrinth.
That's cool.
It's an illusion monster. Ooh, we could get ice cream. Yes.
Yeah, ice cream.
As soon as I'm done with this.
Always great. Yeah. I want you to put your stuff away before I could bring out the sticky, melty stuff.
Yes. This looks awesome. It's just I don't know. This kind of looks like the card that one of the ones that Pegasus gave on the island. I did get the main one I wanted. This fusion monster. I got him.
If you were going to get $1 million, before you take the money, you know nothing bad is going to happen to another individual. But after you take the money and they tell you this, you're not going to be able to convince yourself that nothing bad happened to the other individual. And they know that you're not going to be able to convince yourself that nothing bad happened to the other individual. Do you think that you could live with yourself if that was a scenario that you were placed in? Like, even though nothing bad did happen to another person, do you think you could live with yourself thinking that something did? So nothing's going to happen to the other individual, right? Okay, so before they give you $1 million, they pull you aside, they pull your mom aside, and they go, all right, I'm going to give your son $1 million. And then she goes, yay. And then she turns to you and she goes, and then you go, well, no. And then he goes, nothing bad is going to happen to your mom if I give you this $1 million. But once you take the money, a curse will plague your mind that something bad has happened to your mom because I gave you the $1 million. And no matter what she says, you will not be able to unconvince yourself that this money didn't come from the anguish of your mother.
I will not take the $1 million because that is not worth my I can't.
Yeah, I feel like most people wouldn't be able to function. I think a lot of people would try to like fight to make sure that the answer was like, yeah, I could take the money, but the answer is no.
No,
I think but the reason why I didn't say your mother initially was because I think most people, when it's their mother in that situation, they're not taking the money. It's an immediate no. That's why I just said a person. But because I couldn't like make it more...
What defines a person?
Just like another individual. Like if they grabbed that guy right there and was just like, nothing bad is going to happen to this person if you take $1 million. But after you take the $1 million, you will not be able to convince yourself or stop your mind from thinking that something bad happened to this person because you had...
I like the crazy of this
I know. Yeah. It's one of those questions that fuck with people, and it's one of the reasons I love...
We should do that on the game show whenever we have a game show. That'd be awesome. We specifically say nothing's going to happen to him, but you're never going to see him again. We can't convince you, and you will never be able to convince yourself that we didn't do anything to him, even though we won't. And then we offer him some money. We can do that just going on the street and giving people $5.
No, we pull two people aside every time. We go really, really fun.
I think it's a great idea. We should do it.
I think we'll make fun.
No, we can actually do it like right now. $5.
I don't have $5.
I have $5.
I feel weird having $5, giving it to one person, and being like, "All right, you fuck off. Nothing's bad's gonna happen to you." But
no, we give the other guy $5 to be part of this thing.
But do we tell them that they're on? Do we tell them beforehand?
Yeah. We tell them like, just don't say anything. We promise nothing is gonna. Well, I mean that's kind of funny if we just say we promise nothing's gonna happen to you.
No. I think it would be even funnier if we gave them $20 and then just said like, beg the other person not to take the $5. We make it weird.
Oh, that'd be great. We should do it. This is so easy.
I love that you're always down.
No, but this is amazing.
Psychotic idea that I have. You're like scanning for possible victims.
This is a great idea. This is such a good idea. Listen, we come back home, we do this idea. I feel weird doing this in Helen. We're in Helen. We were tubing. Tubing's great in Helen, but we need, when we go back home, we should do this.
Especially if we like pay somebody $20. Though.
Yeah. We pay
$20.
That would be great.
That would be so fun because watching strangers interact with each other would be amazing. I'd be like, hey, come here. Are you an actor? They'd be like, no. Do you want to be? I can give you $20 right now, and all you have to do is terrify some poor sod. You're not doing anything wrong. Technically, it's our fault. We propositioned you with the money. torment strangers and get $20, I think men would absolutely take the money because men would like the chaos. Women, on the other hand, they'd be like, well, think about how they feel. Don't think about how they feel. Women, this is why they murder us. We need to stop showing empathy. Kill them. Cut off their toes. If your man's cheating, I don't know, bite him in his sleep, then pretend it wasn't you. Flip around. Gaslight him. I don't know why my advice to women is always abuse. What do you think is the worst thing to happen to the internet?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, there used to be a video game on kidswb.com where you played as like a ghost hunter, as like a Scooby-Doo type, whatever. It's a ghost hunter video game. It's a first-person shooter thing, and it was awesome. And then they took it away, and I can't find any hint of it existing anymore. That's the worst thing.
And all of the internet. I
Yeah.
love that that's the worst thing for you.
Oh, and number 2 was Alex Jones talking about the Sandy Hook victim people.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. What?
He said it was a hoax.
That tracks for Alex Jones.
It does.
Unfortunately. It doesn't surprise me. You could tell me Alex Jones said that black people were invented by Jewish people to take the fire off of them. Yeah, take the heat off of them. The racism. They were like, too many people are racist to Jewish people. We gotta make up
That's not
somebody
why
else
we
that-
invented you, okay?
That's not why we invented you. It's crazy. I genuinely got a shocked laugh out of me though. I don't say that much. Yeah, I don't want you like dating a sociopath. Oh, I don't know. I regret my choices every day. Wake up screaming in the night. You know, general shit like that. Okay, so I know this is weird, but like, the only thing I know about Yu-Gi-Oh is that things get sent to the graveyard, and I don't know what happens. But I remember watching the TV show, and they do this weird portal or something.
I know what you're talking about. That's
And
from
it
a
scared
duel.
the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh because of it. And I don't know why that you just saying the graveyard unlocked a memory. I was fucking terrified of the show. I was like, why are there hair spiky? Why are there portals? Why is everyone going to the graveyard? What the fuck's happening here? Like, I was genuinely afraid. I was like, what the fuck is this place?
Yeah.
So I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh. We make an entire YouTube channel based off of an entirely manufactured drama that we have children together, and you spend all our money on Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I like it.
I like it. Some poor woman. That is someone's reality right now. Someone is screaming at their husband because they just won't put the damn Yu-Gi-Ohs down.
And he's screaming back.
He's screaming back. He hears the call of the cards, but he can't answer, for his wife is still awake.
Oh, there's a way to destroy. This is okay. There's a card called Mimical Maker, okay, and there's what's called an empty jar deck, which is a deck made for what's it called, morphing jar. There's a way to use this to special summon to the opponent's side of the field, either a morphing jar or a morphing jar number 2, and then maybe continuously reuse them. No, just morphing jar. So if this can, oh, this would be so hard to do. There must be a way. But either way, I get to add 2 flip monsters, one to my opponent's side of the field and face down, and one to my hand. So yeah, it doesn't stop anything, which means. Oh, and it also does something when my opponent special summons a monster. But that means that I can for sure get a morphing jar into my hand. That's an automatic just getting one into my hand as long as I have multiple flip monsters in my deck, flip effect monsters. So I run the morphing jar, and then I run, I don't know what's a useful flip effect monster. I probably have what's it called? What's the name of the deck? A Shadal deck. I can have a Shadal deck. I special summon morphing jar from my opponent's side of the field, or I get one to myself, and then the entire deck is built around me changing its position from face down to face up. And then I constantly discard stuff, including Shadal monsters, to negate their effects. I can have Dark World as part of this, and then maybe discard. That's a lot of stuff that's not connected.
This
Shadal
back bitch.
Shadal morphing jar deck would be interesting.
Yeah, your boyfriend is pretty, even if you don't mean it. Tell your boyfriend he's pretty. Because he won't forget this. He doesn't get a lot of compliments. He knows what he looks like. But you can tell him what you see on the inside. Unless he's ugly on the inside too. Then I guess you just gotta lie. Well, your boyfriend is pretty.
Alright.
Hi.
Hi.
I love you. What? I genuinely think that you're attractive. I was doing a bit. Here. It's okay. I know I lied and said you were pretty. I know that's the problem. Come here. You dum-dum.
Alright.
Take off your clothes. Alright, enough. Hi guys. What? Okay, so fucked up would you rather. Also, welcome to FunHinged. That's our intro now.
That's the thing.
It's just wee.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Okay, cool. So, fucked up would you rather that I wanted to ask you. Would you rather have sex with your mom, but your girlfriend is in her body, and the only way you can switch them back is by having sex with your mom, or
God.
you have sex with your girlfriend, but your mom is in your girlfriend's body?
Oh, I hate all of this.
I know, it's the worst. I hate it too.
Why would you ask this question?
Because it plagued me, so I had to ask you.
Why does this plague you? Who
Because
asked you
someone
this
asked me.
question?
I don't even remember.
Why
but
would
I don't-
someone do? I hate all of this.
I know, I hate it too.
You're making me hate everything.
I do.
Why is everyone now sending me messages? There was half an hour with no one sending anything. I finally started the podcast, and now everyone's sending me stuff.
After being asked the worst question in the world.
Oh, I'm not answering. It's no, I don't want to think about it. I'm not. It didn't happen. I'll answer in the comments.
I told you you weren't gonna like the question.
You were right.
Everyone with a dead mom, they get a fucking free cheat. And
What do you mean free cheat? They have the same thing, but it's a corpse.
I don't know. They fuck their girlfriend, but since their mom is dead, she's brain dead. So you're just
What are you talking
technically. Actually, I don't like this question anymore.
about? Yes, please.
I like his mom. His mom's nice.
Okay.
I
I don't like dogging at this moment.
No, the peanut flavor. It's either peanut ice cream.
Peanut, like peanut butter, or just
Peanut butter, yeah.
Because
Peanut butter.
peanut is weird.
Oh, yeah.
Like just peanut ice cream.
Peanut ice cream. It's just crunchy all the way through. It's
Peanut
actually
ice
just a
cream
peanut.
doesn't
It's been
sound
frozen.
fake. It sounds real, but it sounds wrong.
It sounds wrong.
Like it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why it doesn't make sense. It should make sense. No, but like because
Hey.
pistachio ice cream makes sense.
Like,
you could have chocolate in ice cream.
Chocolate bar. Like just like any chocolate bar. Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
yeah. Ice
I
cream
love
would be
Kit Kats, but it I'll fuck up ice cream before I fuck up a Kit Kat.
Yeah, but we did have like 4 days in a row where you only ate ice cream.
I fucking love ice cream. I know who I am.
You have the weirdest habits.
I know.
It's all ice cream and coffee, and that's it.
Yeah.
And like my croissants.
You guys don't
Not
wanna
even
see
her
my
own
toilet.
croissants.
You guys don't wanna see. Come back later.
What are we talking about?
Nothing. I was planning something in my head.
Okay, I'll try not to be worried.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's the silence you should be concerned about.
Have you seen Doctor Who's The Silence? They were these creatures that kind of look like Dementors. Not really Dementors. They look like...
I've seen a lot of Doctor Who episodes.
They look like, and this is going to mean nothing to you, but there's a Yu-Gi-Oh archetype called Aliens, and it looks like the one that has like 300 attack, and it's Alien Gray.
You were right. It does mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
You could
But
say
anyway, the Silence from Doctor Who, basically, if you look at them, then they're like my favorite villains from Doctor Who. Because if you look at them, then you remember everything. Every time that you looked at them, you remember all of it. But whenever you're looking away from them, you forget that they exist. So people start making like tick marks on their hand because they'll remember that there's a reason that they did that.
Mm-hmm.
and try to remember that it's the thing that they saw, but they wouldn't remember what the thing is because they forget about it as soon as they stop looking at it. It's a cool concept.
It's like an SCP.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't know what that's awesome. Okay, so SCPs, for the chronically online, we all know what that is. It means secure, contain, protect. And SCPs are like anomalies that pop up in the world, and one of them.
Oh, like the Berenstain Bears being spelled weird.
No. They're some of them are more dangerous. There are different levels of SCPs.
Nessie.
Some,
like Nessie. Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Or Chupacabra.
Some of them you're supposed to secure. Some of them you need to contain because they are literally like a world-ending problem. Like the. Shut up. Like there's one SCP that most people know, which is the Shy Guy.
You basically like all the things from Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, but like some of them aren't deadly.
Okay.
Some of them actually really care about other humans.
They're
and shut up. And some of them don't care either way. They just don't need you fucking with them. Like, there's one SCP, which is the most popular one, which is the Shy Guy. And the Shy Guy's whole thing is, if you look at him, he will fucking kill you. And there's not really a way to, like, avoid being killed unless you, like, shot someone into a rocket in outer space.
Does Slenderman count?
I don't think Slenderman counts as an SCP. I don't think he's an official SCP. He's just
How do you become an official SCP?
You'd have to be on the website, the SCP website.
So we could, there's a process. Could we apply?
I don't think we can apply
to be SCPs.
I'll
be an SCP and you'll be an SCP.
I don't think you would want to, because I think if we became SCPs, there are people who are insane enough to think that they're actually doing the Lord's work, and we would absolutely get murdered or kidnapped, one or the other.
We should do it once we're president, and then give our security something to work for.
Yeah, we'll do that when we're president, and then we'll just fucking constantly drop our coordinates randomly.
I would love for us to have a thing like you know how Trump has the what are those called, the QAnon people.
Mm-hmm.
We need to create our own version of that.
QAnon.
The crazy people who think that Trump is like saving people from child predators or whatever it is.
I didn't know about that. I know that there are people that think that he's like the third coming of the Lord. Some people genuinely believe
the Lord comes a lot.
That needs to be on a shirt.
We decided to do a vlog episodes at some point in New York.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to go to every bagel place and rate every single one in New York.
Okay, so wait. Let's take
as many as I can get to.
Let's take the relationship away in this scenario. You do know.
Where did it go?
You know.
And also, what are we talking about?
I'll get there. You take the relationship away from this person is just a random person.
Who are we taking the relationship away from?
Shut
Are you telling me we're going to a random New Yorker and taking away his love of his life or something?
We take the relationship away.
Where are we taking
from
her?
People.
Are we taking her with us to the bagel places and get her enamored with us?
Oh my god. We were taking the relationship away.
And or are we putting her into a closet?
We have to determine how many of them or how many of you would it take to beat the other one to death.
Oh, are we actually going to calculate it? Because after we take the other, the love of whoever's life,
no, we're not.
And we start beating her up.
See, that's where
how
your
do we know
problems
how
are,
many it would
because
take?
not all relationships
so
are romantic.
would it be however? Wait, how many it would take to beat to death in a certain amount of time? Because we know we could do it. Like, I could take anyone and beat him to death if I have him, like, trapped in a room.
Well, like, okay, something I do with my dad and my family very often.
You do this with your family?
Yeah, I'll tell my dad, I'm like, I think it would take 5 of me to kill you.
Oh, it would take way more than 5.
Yeah, my dad's a lot. So now the question is, how many of your dad would it take to kill you? Do you think it would only take? Yeah, I thought 2. But 2 seemed reasonable.
Like, he's about the same size as me, so we would be even. And I would probably be a little bit ahead because I'm younger, and then 2 is too much.
How many of your how many do you think it would be evenly matched with your brothers? Like, what do you think?
What's evenly matched?
Like, if it, like you, just one of you and one of Anthony,
I would
go
beat
against
Anthony.
each other. You would. Jesus Christ.
I'm just big. I'm bigger than him. I have been exercising for a living. He has been doing stuff on the computer mostly. It's not like he doesn't do exercise, but I have been doing this consistently.
And what about Greg?
Oh, he'd die so quickly. He's a vegan. He would. He's a vegan. He has absolutely nothing to defend himself with.
Me and Jessica could probably kill you if you weren't ready
Yeah, obviously.
If you can,
We have prepared with weapons. What have you been doing? Nothing.
No, I don't mean with weapons. I mean,
I have a battle axe. You still think you could take us? I don't think so.
I'm saying, well, okay, of course, like, it's fisticuffs. I'm not, like, I have no weapons, obviously.
Are we naked?
I think we're not naked.
Damn
I think if it was a fight between you and I and Jessica was there, it would mostly just be a fight between you and I. Jessica doesn't want to see anyone naked. She's gonna immediately.
That's how I win.
Yeah, that's.
First thing I do, take off my clothes.
Take swinging and running.
That's how I'll terrify all of your family. So I fight all of them. Pants off first. They run scared. I start beating them up.
I've never seen my mom fight anyone, but I now I'm like wondering how many of my mom and like my mom versus you. I think my mom.
She's bigger than me. I'll probably take 2.
Yeah, I think my mom would beat you in a fight. Yeah. My mom could beat up your mom, I think.
My mom grew up in Soviet Russia.
Yeah, she did. So
she had a pet wolf.
Crazy. My mom's just like crazy. I was like, my mom, but your mom is also like crazy based off of what you told me.
She will win. I'm just letting you know now. If it's just 1-on-1, she's got it.
Okay.
Okay. My mom will. She knows.
I don't not believe you. I've
Her
met
dad,
your mom. She
her
seems
dad,
sweet,
my
but I
grandfather
don't
used
think
to get into fights in school for fun. She's gonna be fine.
your mom seems so sweet.
She
I
is.
wouldn't want to get into a fight with your mom. Your
Don't.
mom would decimate me.
Yep.
I know that. That's not even a question. I'm not concerned there. I know your mom would kill me. I think your dad would also kill me. I think your dad would feel bad about it. But
Yeah.
I think he'd do it though. My dad beats up your dad. Your mom probably beats up my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. We're even.
Yeah. High five. I think about this a lot. Like
Why?
I don't know.
Are you planning something?
I'm not planning
Is your
anything.
family about to attack my family?
I think it would take 3 Joshuas to take on Toya. And my dad always hates it when I talk about this, but I'm just like, I think it's a fair question. And he's just like, why are you focusing on how many of you it would take to kill me? And I'm like, I don't want to kill you. I just need to know for what will happen. He's like, what the fuck does that mean?
You're gonna have to stop the thing.
All right, guys. How many of you would it take to kill Ben and I in a fight? Comment down below. Wow, me and your mom are very similar. That was so violent as a child.
Well, my mom wasn't the one that was violent.
Oh, yeah,
But she
right.
could be. Everyone was scared of her.
It's insane.